Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, a listener named Drew is on the phone, and he says he had a very awkward first date with the girl that he wants to call today, although I don't know why it's awkward. It sounds amazing to me. His email said she didn't say a word. So, dude, I would love that. No conversation at all. That sounds amazing, Drew. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Not too bad.
Oh, my God. Even just Jubal's short description of that,
That sounds terrible.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, it was very, very, very strange. I mean, I guess I should start from the beginning.
Yeah, or just tell people how they can get this girl's number so they can go out with her. They're interested in someone who doesn't need to waste time with words on a first date, you know?
You are the only one that hates talking.
No, I know. Well, it got built up to like such a big point, but so I started talking to this girl named Bonnie off of like an online dating site.
Okay.
And we just like chatting, just, like, how are you? Did you see this movie? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, normal, like, run-of-the-mill.
Yeah, just like a typical whatever.
Okay.
And then, like, after a few weeks, we're like, okay, maybe we should talk on the phone. And nothing changed from, like, transferring it over from text to talking.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so we decide to meet each other in person. We're like, okay, we need to just do this. We need to see each other, whatever.
Yeah, what took so long? Why were you waiting so long?
I don't know. Like, we just kind of, like, scheduling conflicts. I would be busy. She would be busy,
Okay, so you finally figured it out, and what did you do?
Well, so we were like, let's meet. And she texts me like an hour before we're supposed to meet up and says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I double booked myself. I was supposed to do this thing for my job, and I'm sorry I can't meet up. I was like, okay, no problem. So then we planned to hang out a couple of days later. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sick.
Wait, this is the second time she's bailed.
Yeah. And I was like, now it starts to sound kind of like a scam. Like,
right. Like she's just blowing you off and never actually wants to get together.
Yeah, but then I'm like, if you want to blow me off, then just blow me off.
Right, because she's investing a lot of time talking to you and texting with you. It's almost like you guys are in a relationship before you even went out on a date.
Yeah, and, I honestly was falling for her really hard. I was still, like, kind of in that, like, enamored phase. Like, I'll still have hope that she still wants to see me, whatever. And then we finally decide on a third time to actually go out on a date. And she shows up with this index card that says, I'm sorry, I can't talk. My voice is gone.
Oh, my
So she,
Oh, my God,
she actually showed up to your date, and she couldn't speak.
I've never. It was like a David Lynch movie or something. I just didn't know how to react to it. I was just like, what the?
Yeah, why even show up?
Well, I mean, she didn't want to cancel on him again because she's already canceled twice. I think that it's nice that she followed through, but she didn't give you a heads up before that?
No, that's honestly, like if someone shows up with an index card, like that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she's actually gorgeous.
Okay.
Good.
It's just this weird thing where, like, I just kept talking to, like, I tried to talk my way out of it.
So your whole date was her sitting there and you talking to her, trying to have a conversation with...
She would nod. And then I'd be like, well, don't you want to just, like, go home if you're sick or whatever the heck is going on right now? And then she wrote, yes, sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I would think it's a good thing for you that she wanted you to know she was interested enough to still go on a date when she couldn't talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, can't she just text me then? Why are we
she-
using index cards and wasting paper? Like,
Obviously, she already canceled on you twice. If she cancels on you a third time, then you're going to think that she's lying or she's catfishing you, and you're not going to ever talk to her again. Of course she had to go out on the date.
I'm not saying that she shouldn't have gone on the date, but, like, it wasn't enjoyable. I was just literally just blabbing, like, just on and on and on and on.
Okay.
Well, I don't
So
get
why
it.
do you want to call her for a second date then?
Well, the reason that I want to call her is because I don't know if she's telling the truth or not.
Oh, you think that the index card was a lie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do you think it's a lie? Why do you think she didn't want to talk to you?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that she might be, like, hiding something. I have no idea.
When's the last time you heard, well, I don't know if you heard anything, but when's the last time you guys talked or typed, whatever you do?
Not since the date. I haven't heard from her.
So you guys went from talking every day to absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, whatever is wrong with her voice obviously has affected her texting.
It's affected her texting fingers, too. She can't even type to you.
I just want to figure it out. I just want to know.
Okay. Well, play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right?
Thanks, guys.
If she's talking. We'll
Yeah,
see.
right? That would be kind of a bad part for us.
We'll do it next. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Drew is on the phone, and I'm really pulling for Drew today because I think that he went out with wife material, for sure. Because he went out on a date with a girl, didn't say a word the whole time.
That's not a good thing, man.
Yeah,
Apparently, she had something. She was sick and she couldn't speak. So when she showed up to the date, she actually had an index card written on it that said, "Hey, I have no voice." And they sat there for a little while. He did all of the talking and then said, "If you're sick, you should go home." And she wrote on her little index card, "Yes." And then she went home, and he hasn't heard from her since. More than anything, though, he just wants answers because he feels like she was faking. Drew, are you ready to give her a call?
Yeah, man. I'm just worried I'm being catfished somehow. Like,
How are you being catfished when
you
you've
met
seen
her.
her in person? You guys have talked on the phone. Like, what is the catfish? She's suddenly going to have a man voice, and now that's even being considered catfish?
I don't know. Maybe her twin sister is in jail and they have different voices and she's
Whoa.
saving. I have no idea.
You really
are
thought into it.
jaded, man. You
Yeah.
are super jaded. I feel like you need to take a break from internet dating.
I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I'm going to, but I need to solve this case.
I'm pulling for the twin sister in jail story.
That
That
would
would
be
be
awesome.
That'd be great for the show.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, see, I just want to know.
Okay.
Okay, are you
Well,
going to feel bad if she was actually sick?
Maybe, but even if she really was sick, then she would have reached out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
All right, man.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Bonnie.
this is Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
From a radio?
Yeah.
What?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, it's the name of a morning radio program.
Why?
Why? I don't
a really
know. That's
good
just the
question.
name we gave it.
We never mentioned it.
It
Why
seems
are we
simple.
calling you? Is that what you're wondering?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were just wondering why we named it that. Calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they can email us and we'll get you on the phone and see if we can find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Drew.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And Drew emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, that you guys met online, you talked a bunch, and you finally coordinated a date, but when you showed up, I guess you had no voice.
True.
And she said that it was awkward because you couldn't talk, and then eventually he said, if you're sick, you can go home, and then you went home, and that's the last he heard from you.
Yeah, okay.
He also said that he really, really liked you, and you guys talked for like a month or something leading up to the date.
Yeah, we did.
You don't sound like you like him as much as he likes you.
You sound bummed.
Yeah. It's okay if you don't like him. I think he just wants to know.
I mean, I wasn't feeling good the day that we were supposed to have our date, and I didn't want to cancel on him. So I ended up going to the restaurant, and I got there, and I asked the hostess where he was seated, and I look over at the table. He's already there, and he looks nothing like his picture, nothing like any photos.
Wait.
What?
So you hadn't lost your voice? Because you said you just asked the hostess.
Yeah, I had not.
Oh.
And I was just trying to figure out what should I do. I mean, I've been talking to this guy for a month.
Wait, how?
So you feel like he catfished you or something?
I feel like he was trying to portray himself younger than he really is.
Oh.
And
what?
I didn't want to, I just felt guilty for leaving. So I was just like on the fly. I just asked the hostess for a pen and paper, and I'll just say, I lost my voice.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. That's quick
Wait.
thinking.
Very.
No, you guys, that's ridiculous. How different could he have looked? I mean, how old are you talking?
Are you kidding me? Like easily could be my uncle.
Oh, man.
We're talking mid-40s. I'm in my mid to late 20s.
Oh, gotcha.
And the pictures on his profile were definitely in my age range. So when I saw him, it was quite traumatic. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. I don't know who this guy is. And he barely looks like his photos. I could kind of tell that it was still him.
Why not just cancel on him instead of sitting there acting like you can't talk?
Because all the time we had spent talking already, I felt guilty. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to stand him up.
Yeah, but you don't owe anything to somebody who's lying to you. I mean, did he outright tell you that he was your age, or is it something you just assumed?
We never had the conversation, but his photos make him look younger. So.
Yeah. It's weird that he wouldn't ever bring that up. Like, if he knows he's using photos from 20 years ago, he's probably going to get caught.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't stay that long on the date, if that's any consolation for you.
He thought you might be faking.
Yeah.
Not having a voice. And I guess you were faking, but he did suspect that.
I mean, it is what it is. He was lying.
I'm not lying. You're lying, Bonnie.
Drew, you're supposed to wait.
What's going on?
Oh, Bonnie, that's Drew. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, but apparently he couldn't wait until I called him into the conversation, Drew.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys, but like she can't say that I'm lying. I'm not lying.
But how are you not lying if you put...
Those photos that were on my profile, yes, they were of when I was younger, but those were the best photos. I'm not going to put like a crappy photo of myself on the thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Why did you guys not tell me that he was on the line?
Why did you write on a note card like a sociopath and then say you couldn't talk? If that's what it is, then just say that. I don't know why you went around this crazy...
You know, Drew, I was doing you a favor, okay? I stayed. I could have left. You could have just been stood up at that restaurant like an average 45-year-old man, but I stayed.
I might be
there.
older, but I'm not like a Hannibal Lecter type of person that writes like a... Why couldn't you just say that?
We don't know that.
Drew, it is kind of weird that you brought up the whole point of how she was gorgeous in real life. Didn't you at any point think like, ooh, I better let her know that I'm significantly older than the photos that I used?
Significantly.
Yeah, just add it in again.
Drew.
Well, it does sound like you're just like fishing for younger women by tricking them online.
No, I'm totally not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm taking the photos that I think best represent my personality.
That's not true. I'm going to paint a photo. I'm going to paint a photo for you. If you were to walk into a restaurant, blind date, and you were going to go meet a woman. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done.
Okay, let's have
and you were
her
supposed
moment.
to see a woman, and then this woman ended up being 65 years old. What would you do? What if she looked old enough to be your mother? You look old enough to be an uncle
First of all, you're being
of mine.
hyperbolic. Okay.
Big words.
Or
Big
do you even
words.
know that? Do you know what I mean?
I'm not a f***ing idiot. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
You're
about.
not an idiot because you sound like a raving lunatic.
Oh!
That would actually go to a hostess and ask for a pen and paper and then write that like, sorry, I can't talk. Are you, like,
I'm the lunatic, Drew. You're the one who called me on the radio, you idiot. What else do you have to do?
You moron.
Oh my God, both of you.
I had called you, texted you, reached out, and you just thought you could just like do whatever the hell you want. And you, by the greaterness of your voice,
Yeah.
I know that you feel like you're a very entitled person now.
Drew,
It's
Drew,
really
just
annoying.
settle it. Drew,
should
how
know.
old are you? How old are you, Drew?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, that means you are really old.
Well, I sound a lot younger than you do, sweetheart.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I think we have our answer here, Drew. I
Wow.
think you know why.
I don't think we have our answer because you two sound like there's a lot of passion, and I would love to see you guys go out on a second date. Bonnie, would you like a second date with Drew? We'll pay for it.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Don't you want an older man?
Why?
Wait, now you're just mocking her?
Yeah.
He has
That is exactly what I'm doing.
nothing better to do.
Oh,
So
man.
you're actually 12, is what I'm hearing,
He's
Drew.
older, but he's not as mature.
I'm happy to do Drew a solid, and I can set him up with one of my mother's friends.
Oh, man.
Okay. Bondi, thank you for your time. Drew, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date, but maybe update your photos online. Maybe that will help.
Yeah.
Shut up, ass. Why don't you update your photos? So you don't look so ugly.
I've tried, but there's nothing that can really help that. Maybe I can borrow your photos.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says that Drew sounds pretentious. He is pretentious because he's older.
Yeah.
You get a little more pretentious when you get older.
True. You get that money.
Oh,
You get that
really?
good 401k.
You missed today's second date update. This dude, Drew, wanted to call a girl named Bonnie. They met online and they talked for about a month, and then they agreed to see each other in person. And when she finally showed up for their date, she had an index card that said, "Sorry, I lost my voice." And she couldn't talk, so the date was cut short. He was suspicious and thought maybe she was faking, so we called, and she admitted that she was actually faking it to get out of the date because she said he looked 20 years older than his pictures online.
That was so
okay.
creative on the fly.
But listen, he never denied that he was 20 years older than his pictures.
Yeah, he didn't want
Which
to tell us.
seems like that means he's 30 years older than his pictures to me.
He just said they were good pictures of him.
Yeah.
A lot of people have good pictures from 20 years ago.
Right? Don't
So
we
they
all?
got into a big argument about it and no date. They did not go out for a second date.
Yeah, well, she should have known when they were obviously taken on a 35mm camera.
Yeah. And remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5 presents.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And if you've been listening, you may have noticed that all morning long we have a special guest in studio with us.
Oh,
Honestly, I wasn't sure who she was at first.
this music makes her sound like she's a baby deer that has come from the forest.
Woken up.
I came in studio this morning. I was like, who is that? Somebody just let a vagrant wander into the studio.
Security.
I can
She's
support that.
A beautiful vagrant.
Or
Thank you.
maybe a super fan who had broken in here and
Oh, man.
desperately wanted an autograph. So I gave her an
Yeah.
autograph and she threw it away. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
she wasn't asking for that either.
Right
Or
in front of him.
a maintenance person who was finally here to fix the stupid air conditioning in this studio.
Yeah, it's always free.
That
But
can't
no,
be
of
done.
course, that's never going to happen.
No, come on.
It turns out she was none of those. She's actually the winner of our recent show contest called Brooke, Jubal, and a Barista. And by the way, you can watch this on Facebook Live right now. If you go to the Moving 92.5 Facebook page, you can actually see our special guest. And recently, hundreds of baristas submitted videos explaining why they thought they could spend a whole day hanging out with the morning show in studio. And the winner was a barista named Bronte.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi,
Yeah,
Bronte.
You've been here for an hour. Are you regretting your decision yet?
No. It's good.
Yeah?
I'm not a morning person, so this is nice.
What
Seriously,
kind,
Like
of
me.
barista, what kind of barista is in a morning person?
Me. I
You're
am
like
like
a-
the anti-morning barista. Like all my customers are like, why are you up so early? What's wrong with you?
Just a cranky barista.
No, literally.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I'm asleep still.
Yeah.
So, Bronte, obviously you got your name because you're the love child of LeBron James and Taylor Swift. I know that, Bronte.
Yes.
But what would you like us to know about you? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Bronte.
I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
Born and
Okay.
raised. Federal way.
Born and raised to be 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised 20 years old.
She'll be 21 next year.
I can't
Yeah.
age.
Yeah, she was 19 last.
51 weeks as of today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just really chill. I'm really outgoing. I like to have fun all the time. I'm really loud.
What do you like to do with your friends?
We don't do anything. We literally like
Chill.
sit around and we won't talk and we'll watch TV and then we'll just like accompany each other and then we'll be
Okay.
like, okay, have a good night.
You just contradicted yourself big time.
No, like we're really fun, but my
You're
friends
we're
are
fun,
like,
sounds
loud,
fun.
outgoing. We sit at home
Yeah.
and we're quiet and we don't talk.
when I get off of work, I don't have any motivation to do anything because I'm standing on my feet. So I'm like, I want to sit at home and
Yeah.
do
Do you
nothing
have-
and
Chill, relax.
vegetate. Yeah,
Do you have any hobbies?
I like to go out as much as I can. I mean, I'm not 21, so I can't do everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
like,
don't know if drinking is considered a hobby.
not
is it?
saying
I think it could
drinking,
be
but
considered
going
a hobby.
out,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a hobby.
having fun, socializing with people. Like I like to talk to people. I'm
Okay.
Do you have any hidden talents?
no. I thought I could sing, and I'm really tone deaf, so I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
But no, I'm pretty talentless. It's actually really sad.
Why did you
Aw,
decide
that's
to
so
enter
sad,
the
Bronte.
Why did you decide to enter the barista contest?
My bosses actually were like, you need to do it, and I was like, no, because I'm gonna lose. And they're like, no, you need to do it,
And why did
Really?
why did they think you'd be perfect?
because I'm perfect. No, I don't know. They were just like, dude, like you're funny, just do it. And I was like, I'm really not that funny, but I'll try.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know. I guess I say stuff when I don't notice, and that makes them laugh. But I don't know what I
Got
say a
it.
lot of dumb stuff, and I don't realize it. So I think people are are like, wow, she's really cool. And I'm like, I'm really not that cool. And
Then
just,
you are perfect for the show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do
We're
we.
talking to Bronte. She is the winner of the Brooke, Jubal, and a Barista contest. If you want to see her, you can watch it on Facebook Live right now. Just go to the Movie 92.5 Facebook page. Bronte, what did you think when you found out that you actually won the contest because you didn't think you were going to win?
no, I thought I lost already. So when they called me, I was at work, and I thought it was over because it was like a week later. So I was like, oh, I lost. Cool. Knew
Yeah,
it. Whatever.
whatever.
Delete the video. Yeah. So when they called me, I was like, is this a joke? I thought it was my boss at first pranking me.
Oh.
And so I was like, this is not funny. Like, I was like, this is really rude. This is a sick joke. And then they were like, no, I'm serious. Like, you really won. And I was like, she's like, oh, bro, check your email. I'll send you an email. And then I checked it, and I was like, wow, she's not lying to me. This is so cool. I like freaked out for a minute. And I had a customer, and I didn't even like handle them. I just sat in the back on the phone like, wow, like they can wait. I was like, wait. I was like putting my finger up at them like, hold on.
I'll be right with you.
Yeah, this is more important than you right now.
This is my moment.
Yeah.
So did you
So
listen
what-
to the show first, or was it just your bosses listen to the show?
So I listen to the show, but lately I've been doing all afternoon, so I don't really get up. When I sleep, I like hibernate. So like when I haven't listened recently, I used to listen to it all the time when I go to school, go to work, and then my boss is a morning barista, and so she was like, "You need to do this.
Got
Yeah.
it.
You can do this." And,
And-
I was
Cool.
like,
Of
no.
course, the biggest question we're getting from all the thirsty dudes on the text board is,
course.
are you single?
Yes. Technically, yes,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Technically.
What
I
does
like
that-
that.
what does
Technically.
technically
Yeah.
mean?
That means I have options, but
Yeah.
I would like to leave more
So
options open.
what's your current dating situation like then, Bronte?
Oh.
That's a great question.
You're
There is no
yourself
dating
in-
situation.
Ooh, there's
I'm
some
a
dude
single
really mad
Pringle.
listening.
No, I am into somebody, but there's no title on it, so I'm just waiting.
You're waiting
God, why are
for
you
them.
Do
waiting?
you want me or I was like it's not like we're not there yet.
What's
Okay.
what's his name?
Chase.
Chase.
Chase?
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right,
Chase.
Chase.
And what's good about Chase?
He's amazing. He's very sweet. He's in the army. He's very caring. Like he's not like I've only had one boyfriend before, and it was a really toxic relationship, and I haven't been dating anyone for 2.5 years now. So I just like am alone because every guy in this day and age is just so rude and arrogant, and like they don't care about anyone but themselves. And he's very caring and he's very appreciative of me, and I like that. I never have gotten that
Isn't
before
that
from
amazing
anybody.
how that's nice?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
wow,
isn't that
you
weird?
actually like me. This is
Yeah.
really cool.
It's weird when you go out with
Yeah.
people who actually like you. I know.
Yeah.
It's strange. I'm experiencing that for the first time, and I'm almost 40, so
I know.
it's a pretty nice thing, though.
Yes.
Did do a little pre-interview with you before the show, and our producers asked about what you thought of each member of the morning show. Apparently, you told our producer that you think Jose is a little instigator.
Okay.
An
Look.
instigator.
Let me explain that. I think you both are, especially Jubal with like the phone tap, like doing all that. He is like, he stirs the pot, but you are like the little sidekick that encourages it because you just laugh in the back and you're like, you hype him up,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's
That's a good
hilarious.
point.
He's hilarious, of course, but you are like his super trooper that just helps him. It like
You're
enhances all of it.
He's the Robin to the Batman.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You also said you think Brooke seems really innocent.
Like, she's so nice. No, okay, look. She's like, I think Brooke's like a lady boss. Like, she's done so much stuff, and it's really dope. And I
That's
like
nice.
that. Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
you're very smart. You're very witty, and you can hang with the boys.
Yeah.
But like, you do seem innocent every now and then. Like, and then I don't know.
Innocent.
The way you look is more innocent. I guess I would just say like, you look really innocent, and then you talk, and it's like really witty, and you're right there.
I'm
You keep
tricking
up.
you.
Yeah, and it's
job,
good. It's
Bronte.
good.
All right.
Innocent.
sure good.
I've never gotten innocent since I was 16.
I was really like, when he called me, honestly, I was really kind of nervous. I lied. He said, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "Nope," but I was so nervous.
You were.
And so
how,
I was just
how are
like,
you feeling right now?
I'm good now. When I first got here, I was nervous. I'm pretty like loud, but you all are very like
Louder?
headstrong. Well, you all are comfortable and you are like, you're on it. So I'm
Yeah.
just sitting back.
Well, we just
Just chilling.
been doing this for a while together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it says here that you thought I was a big crap talker.
Yes.
Mhm.
But it's okay
Yeah, that's
because
fine.
I am too. So
That's
it works.
very accurate.
Yeah.
I think that's on point.
Yeah, I think so. All right, well, text in at 78592. What'd you think about our new temporary member of the morning show, Bronte? Text it in 78592, and basically it's just going to be a bunch of horny truckers texting in asking
Sorry
Nothing
about
new.
your dating situation. We already talked about that. She's waiting for Chase.
Yeah.
Okay?
Moving 92.5.
60 seconds away from your shock collar question of the day. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. But before we get to that, it's a little awkward in studio right now.
Why?
And it might be awkward all day. As we have a special guest in studio with us.
I think it's been quite lovely with her so far.
Her name is Bronte. Bronte, what's up?
What's up?
How are you?
Hello.
And Bronte will be sitting in on the show today. And we'll get to know her a little better later on in the show. But Bronte, real quick, give us a quick Snapchat of who you are. Snapshot. Snapchat.
Who I am.
She's
Yeah.
going to give us a picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are the 4 words you think that describe best who you are?
Psycho,
Psycho.
wild,
Uh-huh.
outgoing,
Okay.
and hilarious.
Psycho,
okay, that's-
wild, outgoing, and hilarious.
Who knows what's going to happen over the
In a
next couple
nutshell.
hours then? We
Yeah.
could all get stabbed by the end of this from
But-
her description.
Not a bad psycho.
Oh, okay.
Like a good one, you know? The funny one.
So you'll stab us, but it'll be hilarious.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll all be
Maybe.
laughing.
She'll
laughing.
be wearing a clown wig, maybe.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to know Bronte much more later on in the show. But for now, let's get into the shot caller question of the day. Young Jeffrey has come in studio with a hat full of names. We'll draw a name out of the hat to see who will put on the shock collar this morning. They're asked a trivia question. If they get it right, they don't get shocked. Jeff does because he asked a terrible question. If they get it wrong, they get shocked to the song that you want us to sing. Text in at 78592. What song do you want to hear from the person who gets shocked today? Brooke is drawing a name out of the hat because she had the shock collar last. And who'd you get?
I got Bronte.
Bronte.
I said this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Beginner's luck.
All right.
That's what that is.
Pass the shot collar over to Bronte.
Lucky me.
When
Yeah.
she's putting that on, Jeff, please read Bronte the shot collar
How do I
question
put it on?
of the day.
Oh, this.
Because we have a barista in studio today, the shot caller question is going to be about coffee.
Of course it is.
So this is perfect for you. The typical coffee sold at your local grocery store costs around $15 to $20 per pound. But did you know there are some coffees that are valued at much more depending on where and how it was made? And currently the most expensive coffee in the world is called Black Ivory coffee. The company's based out of Thailand and it costs over $500 per pound when it's made by them. What makes their brew so expensive?
Oh, man.
That's tough.
What's your I mean, you're a barista, but like, what's your actual coffee knowledge?
I mean, I know about how to make a coffee. I don't
Yeah,
drink
like,
coffee.
you know
You
all
don't know about the
drinks.
beans.
I mean, I know we get them from Delano's, and I know they're really good.
Those are really good ones.
Yeah, I am not a coffee drinker whatsoever. So,
What could make a drink expensive? Maybe think of it that way.
Like, probably had to be with the geography of it, right? Like, where in the world is it from?
Yeah.
Is it imported from somewhere? Or, like, how hard was it to grow? You know, it has to be
Yeah.
rare, obviously, if it's expensive.
But I've also heard of like crazy reasons coffee's expensive. Like there's bat poop in it.
Yeah,
Have
like,
you-
how
I've
do they
heard
grow
about
it? That's
yeah,
true.
what's inside of
There's
it.
that one with the cat poop.
Oh, is that what it was? Cat poop?
And it's, like, super expensive as
Yeah,
well.
I only know that because of the movie Bucket List. It was in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's where I'd heard of it.
What are you thinking right now, Bronte?
I have no idea.
Like, is
I'm
there
like-
gold in it? Or?
Well, seriously, they have to like slave over that clearly to make it. I don't know.
There's a lot of, I mean, Thailand, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
elephant dung. I'm just trying to think.
So-
Keep
There's-
going to poop, huh? We're thinking
I
poop
don't
is the
know.
secret ingredient.
There's manure to grow the beans.
I would,
There's
yeah.
I would think like maybe they use diamonds to filter the grounds, or you know, it's something expensive. I don't know. I have a wild imagination.
Okay. Can you repeat it for me?
I can repeat it. Currently, the most expensive coffee in the entire world is called Black Ivory coffee. The company's based out of Thailand, and it costs over $500 per pound made by them. What makes their brew so expensive?
Listen,
And
it's
I
called
don't-
Black Ivory,
which is elephants.
Yes.
Yeah, that-
I didn't catch that the first time, so it probably has something to do with elephants.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to them because they're the smart ones here.
We're just trying to
We're
put
not
it
smart.
together.
We're just
not
trying
gonna
to
get it wrong.
we're trying to get some logic out of the whole
Okay,
thing.
well
So
then
you're
I
gonna
would
go
have.
with elephants.
Yeah. I have no other
Elephants brew
guess
each
for
cup.
that.
So,
They kill
what
baby
specifically
elephants to
about
use the
elephants,
ivory.
Bronte? What specifically? Like, are we going with poop, or are we going with
Do they stomp it?
their blood?
That's what
Do
I'm
they
think-
stomp it out?
Yeah, like
I'm just gonna say their poop.
Their poop?
elephant
Yeah.
poop.
Currently, the most expensive coffee in the world is called Black Ivory coffee, costing $500 per pound. It's called Black Ivory coffee because it's made using elephants. First, they take the coffee beans and feed them to the elephants. The coffee beans then pass through their digestive system So their stomach acids break down the proteins, which gives it a stronger, more robust coffee flavor.
Whoa.
And since there's only so many elephants, they can only digest a small amount of beans at a time, making it one of the rarest and most expensive coffees in the world.
So you got it right.
She got it right.
Congratulations. Pass
Oh
the
my gosh.
shock collar over to Jeff, because whenever we get it right,
Dude,
young
that
Jeffrey
is
gets shocked.
And we rarely get it right, Bronte. This
Thank
is a
you
big
for that.
deal for you.
I would never have got that. I would have just been like, shock me now.
I still
Do
think
it.
it was right.
All right. And somebody wanted to hear Umbrella by Rihanna, so you can sing that whenever you're ready, Jeff.
Oh, when the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took a note that'll stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, A, under my umbrella.
God, you cover Rihanna so well.
Yeah, you do.
That was pretty
You
good.
Every
Like, so
time-
his range.
Every time you sing, Jeff, I never want it to stop. All
I
right.
know, I agree.
Another hour of Seattle's #1 hit music station.
Live from the Harnish Auto Family Chevrolet of Puyallup Studios.
Move at 92.5. Move it.
Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Not getting behind the wheel after drinking is the best choice. But if you're pulled over, the next best choice is to call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
It's another Jubal phone tap.
Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only on Moving 92.5.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Is this Laura?
Yes, it is.
Hi there, Laura. My name is Terrence, and my daughter goes to school with your son. I believe his name is Reese. Is that it? Reese.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Well, I saw Reese in the Little Mermaid play last night.
Oh, yes. God, he was so cute. I'm so proud of my little angel.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, kudos to you. Good joke. That was funny. I laughed, yes.
No, what's funny?
Oh, my. You were being serious.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Well, now that's even funnier, I think.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What are you getting at? I don't. Why are
Well,
you?
your son last night in the school's production of The Little Mermaid, he played Sebastian the Crab. Was that right?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Thought he did a great job.
Well, you might not know this about me, but I've spent some time in theater myself, and I'll have you know that your son is definitely not theater material, is he? I'm sure you already know that, though. That shouldn't be a surprise.
Seriously, right now you're picking on my son, who is a 7-year-old in a school play. How dare you?
Well, I'm not picking on him, am I? I'm doing the correct thing by calling his mother and telling her that she should be ashamed of his acting.
Well, his mother thinks he did a great job and doesn't appreciate your snobby attitude.
All right. Well, clearly you do not know the theater, so maybe I can explain to you. Your son's performance was lethargic, uninterested, and I'm pretty sure he forgot one of his lines. Very unprofessional.
Well, you know what? You're a hole.
Oh.
And I do not appreciate you calling me like this.
Well,
this is ridiculous.
Now, if your son would have spoke with the same passion last night during the school play, I might be singing a different tune.
What is your problem? Are you trying to start something right now with you and me? Because I'll take you on. You leave my son out of it.
Well, no, I'm not trying to start anything between us. I just think we both know that your son is a horrible actor.
You're a you. Get off my phone right now.
Now, I sense that you're upset, but there is a silver lining, and that's what I was calling to discuss with you. Something happy.
Silver lining? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about my daughter Charlotte, who is also 7. You see, she's been formally trained in the arts for years now. I practically had her coming out of the womb reading Hamlet.
Oh, your daughter Charlotte knows Hamlet,
Yes, she
well,
does.
You can take her Hamlet and shove it up your
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that, but what I am going to tell you is that she is captivating, and she performs with great confidence, and shows true commitment to a role, unlike a certain crab that we both know. I think you can read between the lines there. I'm talking about your son and his terrible acting.
Why don't you call somebody who cares about your opinion and your daughter and your dreadful affectation? You are a hideous human being.
And I have taken it upon myself to call somebody. I actually spoke with the director, and I use that term loosely. It's apparently the lad that teaches them or something.
Of course she's their director. She's their teacher because I'm telling you again, they're 7 years old.
Well,
they're
I have
little children.
Well, I have confirmation that my daughter Charlotte will be replacing your son from now on in all performances in the class.
What?
Yes.
Are you kidding me right now?
I know, it's exciting news.
You have some nerve to call the school and get my little boy replaced in the play. Are you kidding me right now?
I suppose if I had actually done that, yes, I would have some nerve. But I didn't do that, did I? I just did a prank phone call on you, that's all.
What? What are you even what are you talking about?
Well,
I don't even know.
I'm trying to tell you that this is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning doing a phone tap on you, and your friend Denise set you up.
Wait, what now? What are you...
It's a joke. It's a prank phone call.
A prank phone call? Are you kidding?
Yes, your friend Denise emailed me and said that you're very proud of your child's acting ability and she wanted to have some fun with you.
What?
Yes.
She did not. Oh, no, she did not.
It's a joke. I don't have a kid that goes to your school, and I've never seen your son's acting, but let me tell you, I do know a thing or two about theater.
I was so mad. Oh, you got me so
I couldn't tell that you were angry at all. You sounded mellow the whole time. Well, there were a few cuss words, but other than that, completely mellow.
I'm sorry what I called you.
Wake up every morning with Jubal phone tabs. Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only on Moving 92.5.
Remember, all week long, it's a special edition of Win Brooks Bucks because it's Victoria Clipper Week, where no matter what happens, you win a prize from Clipper Vacations. And Brooke, you're going for 8 wins in a row today. And today is also special because Bronte is in studio with us. She's the winner of Brooke, Jubal, and a Barista contest, and she will be keeping score. Do you think you can handle that, Bronte?
I can definitely handle it.
Okay. We'll find out.
She's got it.
And you're going to be playing Patience in Covington. Patience, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You sound like really energized about this game.
I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am.
Why? Why are you so excited?
Because I'm just so excited to play.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to beat you, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
All right. We're sending Brooke out of the studio. Patience. The game is played like this. You got 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know one, just say pass, and you have to beat Brooke outright to win, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, here we go, Patience. Your time starts. Are you being patient? All right, here we go. Your time starts now. After 108 years, the Boy Scouts are officially changing their name to what?
Boy Club.
What breed of dogs translates to dwarf dog in Welsh?
Welsh.
What state hosts the top secret classified government facility called Area 51?
Nevada.
According to a national survey, what's the most common first word for babies?
Mom.
The first moon landing for NASA happened in which decade?
1950.
Say that one more time. I couldn't hear you over the buzz.
1950.
Okay, we'll bring Brooke back into the studio. So, Patience, what do you do for a living?
I ride and I help my mom train horses.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I don't think you've had a equestrian. What do you call yourself?
An equestrian, I guess.
Equestrian? That's like your official job title? I don't know.
She's like
You're
a
the first
horse
one we've
rider?
talked to. Yeah. She rides and helps her mom train horses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it.
All right. Well,
Cool.
look at that. I am not an equestrian.
Yeah, horses scare me.
They terrify me.
Do they? I like
Yeah.
horses, but I don't know how to ride them correctly.
I rode on a horse one time, and I thought I was about to die the whole time. That thing, and it hated me too. It hated me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sensed that you were scared.
Yeah, people use like horses in therapy and stuff all the time because they're very in tune with people. I think that also scares me.
It knows me.
Yeah.
Why does it know I have issues?
All right. Brooke is back in studio. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Here we go. Your time starts now. After 108 years, the Boy Scouts are officially changing their name to what?
The Scouts.
What breed of dog translates to dwarf dog in Welsh?
Pomeranian.
What state hosts the top secret classified government facility called Area 51?
Oh, shoot. Is it Nevada?
According to a national survey, what is the most common first word for babies?
Dada.
The first moon landing for NASA happened in which decade?
60s.
What children's book character has the last name Adla, which is their first name spelled backwards?
Adla? I don't know.
Okay, let's send it on over to the scoreboard.
Spelled backwards. I was trying to do that.
And see how you guys did today with Bronte.
These radio waves are coming from Uranus.
I don't know your last name, Bronte, but
Stevenson, you're good.
Bronte Stevenson? Okay.
Yes.
All right, well, go ahead. Go for it.
All right, Patience. Well, you got one, but you tried really hard. So that's okay. We're all proud of you in here. And then Brooke.
Yes.
You did really good.
Okay.
And you just turned your 7 wins to 8 wins. You got 4.
All right.
All right, Brooke gets her 8th win in a row. Patience, I'm sorry you did not win any money.
That's okay.
Okay, let's go over the answers. After 108 years, the Boy Scouts are changing their name to just Scouts to be more inclusive. What breed of dog translates to dwarf dog in Welsh? Corgi. Area 51 is in Nevada. According to a national survey, what's the most common first word for babies? Dada. Mama is second. The first moon landing for NASA happened in the 60s. What children's book character has the last name Adla, which is their first name spelled backwards? It'd be Waldo.
God, I couldn't get my brown around it. I was like, Adlo.
You're brown around it?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to get your brown around Waldo, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's going on there?
Yeah. All right.
I need a nap.
All right, Patience, you didn't win, but just for playing today, you won a Clipper Vacations getaway for 2 to Victoria, BC on the Clipper. Go to their website to find out their special whale watching season, which is happening, or whale watching sale, which is happening right now. Just go to clippervacations.com and take advantage of it, all right? Well, you don't have to do that. You just won, but if anybody's listening and they want to do it, they can.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, Patience.
Thank you.
Yep, we'll play Winbrook's Bucks same time tomorrow.
Move at 92.5.